welcome back to another episode of Fleetwood Stories Sunday Night Live. You know what I'm talking about? I am your host, Macaroni, Big Tony Jones in the building. Salute to everybody watching this evening. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how we do it. Wherever you are in the world, I send you nothing but love, blessings, prayer. Hope your family is good, your health is straight, and your finances even better. You know what I'm talking about? And if it's the first time checking in with us good folks, us good Cadillacers, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, what penthouse in the sky you checking in from, because we worldwide, and it's nothing but love, y'all. Man, listen, tonight we got a story. Before we get into the story, last Sunday was amazing, man. Fleetwood Stories, Baby Lane Anderson, man. A lot of folks was in the comments, man. It was a back and forth. It was amazing. Now, today's show, before we start the show, I gotta let it be known, man. All stories are alleged. We all have our opinion. None of them could be facts because none of us was there. But we're here to have a good time, have a great conversation, blow up the chat, you know what I'm talking about? And relive hip-hop history. All right. Jimmy Henchman. I don't know who Jimmy is. I'm going to let the intro play, and then we're going to have a quick conversation. All right?
That ties to the rap game, but Jimmy Henchman is one of the scariest dudes to ever be involved with the industry. He allegedly almost killed Tupac and 50 Cent.
Who did Henchman want to be? Chris Lighty. Who was we down with? Chris Lighty. Beef is inherited. Stop playing.
Then I looked at game like, yo, this dude set up Pac. You from the West Coast. You got Tupac tatted on you.
And did I mention, promise to pay back Jimmy Henchman?
Tupac was there to get robbed. He owed Jimmy Henchman some money.
And right now, he's serving 2 life sentences for murder and trafficking. Today, we're breaking down the wild and brutal story of why people in the rap game are still terrified of him. Let's go.
Y'all see how we starting the show? Yo said beef inherited. Yo, nigga, it was up. Beef with Lighty. Yo, it was up. So we're breaking this segment in two spots, all right? The Quad Studio shooting. Alleged, he was responsible for the Tupac hit, and Stretch, Pac's homeboy, was a part of the hit. We might end up doing Stretch one day. I'm not gonna lie, we might end up doing Stretch one of these days. And then the second part of the show is gonna be the 50 Cent hit. That G-Unit beef was tight. Cats got shot, little kids was getting robbed. All alleged, but some of this stuff really happened. Court documents, it really happened. Let's get down to the smoke.
Let's get right into it. Jimmy Henchman was born in Harlem but raised in Flatbush, Brooklyn. As a young kid in the streets, he ran with the crew called the Untouchables, and Jimmy wanted to make a name for himself in the trenches. He already had 2 gun charges by the time he was 16, and he ended up dropping out of school and spending a year on Rikers Island. And after being home for less than a year, he was booked for another shooting. Henchman made bail on the gun charge, but ended up catching a homicide case just a few months later.
Jimmy Henchman, he kept coming to meet me at different clubs. Yo, I want to talk to your brother. I said, okay, what you want to talk about? Jimmy, talk to me. I said, I want to talk to your brother. I said, Jimmy, I'm telling you, I'm going to get it to. Like, I don't lie. If you're going to tell me, I'm going to get it to Irv. And just talk to me. And then he said it again. And I said, I am Irv. What's up? And then, oh, yeah. And then it was tension. A lot of tension with Jimmy. Now, we didn't get into any conflict. We resolved it. But when you deal with predators, and I dealt with a lot of predators, you have to deal with them. They only respect power, strength. So if I didn't show Jimmy strength, it would have been probably a whole nother situation.
Chris Lighty.
He pleaded guilty to the gun charge.
What a choice of words. He called the man a predator. Like, he was in the industry bullying niggas. Allegedly, Pac owed the niggas some money. I don't know how that happened. But allegedly, the nigga owed Pac owed the niggas some money. Hey, yo. It went left. That's all I got to say. It went left.
And got the murder case dismissed, but he still got hit with a 5 to 10 year sentence. When he was in prison, Jimmy linked up with a Black Panther leader named Richard Moore, who convinced him to go back to school and educate himself. So by the time Henchman was released in 1988, he had an associate's degree and was ready to take on the streets in a smarter way. Henchman spent 3 years hustling in the crack game. Then, one of his homies introduced him to the music industry. Around the same time, Tupac was becoming one of the hottest rappers in the world. He wasn't a superstar yet, but everyone knew that's where he was headed, and Henchman wanted to become his manager.
Is it true that Big Stretch was relaying messages?
All right, this is Majesty. Big Stretch's little brother. All right. Now, I'm telling you, one day we might do the story of Big Stretch, man. That's the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal now. Listen to what he got to say, because Jimmy was sending shots to you know what I mean, he was sending kites. Let it be known, hey, man, if you ain't got your money, you can't go to war. Don't go to war unless you got your money. When Pac said that shit on Machiavelli, so this is where the reference is coming from. Majesty's letting us know, man, this is how the situation went down, man. You know, first-hand eyewitness account, the little brother, you know what I'm talking about?
Just to Tupac from Jimmy Henchman while Tupac was in the hospital?
No. Pac, my brother told Pac what Jimmy said to us. He wasn't relaying no message to Pac. Ain't nobody called. Look, I told you Nichols got hit, right? Nichols is our fam too. You know what I'm saying? Pac got hit, Nichols got hit. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Kenneth, what up, player partner? Salute to you this evening. Not talking about we getting into some real West Coast, East Coast politics. You know what I mean? Jimmy Henchman. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate you tuning in, player partner. You know what I'm talking about? Already.
Now, even though we might be on a smaller level than whoever these niggas is that's supposed to did that to Pac, we still get it in. And the city knows it. You know what I'm saying? We don't play no games. So when niggas heard that, when Nichols got hit and niggas is like, we think we know where it came from. Now Pac, like when the shit happened, Pac did something like he wasn't supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't supposed to say all the shit that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like put niggas on point. Like, oh, word? You know what I'm saying? Shit, if it's like that, then I know it's gonna be these niggas moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's the rivers in the water started. Like niggas heard, you know what I'm saying? That, oh shit, stretching them about to wild out. So niggas is rich now, nigga. Niggas is rich we talking about. These is rich goons, my nigga. Niggas got my mother's phone number. You hear me? And call my mom's crib like, Stretch, what's up, man? All I'm hearing is Young Gun's about to start killing everything moving, man. Now look, I tell you who this is. I'll tell you the level we at, but my brother still ain't punk out like, you know what I'm saying? But he couldn't say, yeah, nigga, we at you niggas. You know what? Nigga, we couldn't do that, nigga. We right here broke with our moms, you know what I'm saying? We bust our gun, but nigga, we, you know what I'm saying? So my brother like, nigga, if you would've heard that, it would've been done already, nigga. And he like, yo, Stretch, man, we don't want no beef with y'all, man. I got money for war, man. I got money for war, though. You understand? This is towards us. Stretch and Young Guns. We into this because of Pac. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, my brother like, all right, when I see Pac, I'm going to let him know, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And he told Pac, yo, man, this nigga's talking about, you know what I'm saying? You got money for war, this, that, and the other, man. This nigga, it's real right now. Nigga, you got me in some shit. It's real.
Pac turned him down and went.
Yo, when Pac got hit up, I'm not gonna lie, when Pac got hit up, all accounts of the situation, as I pieced it all together, I'm like, yo, that setup could have went a lot of different ways, bro. There's a lot of different ways that situation could have went down for speculation purposes. You know what I'm saying? But you heard what Majesty said, and that shit wasn't for Pac. That was let it be known, nigga. We heard y'all niggas was moving. So if y'all niggas gonna move, make sure you have your money now. You know what I'm saying?
Henchman did next changed the history of the entire rap game. One of Henchman's homies is a known dealer named Haitian Jack. According to rumors, Biggie warned Pac not to get involved with Jack, but Pac didn't listen. Everyone knows that Biggie and Pac ended up starting the biggest.
Yeah, allegedly, yo, Biggie told Pac, and Pac went back and told Haitian them niggas. Haitian Jack, yo, that nigga was pissed off. Like, yo, nigga, why would I do that? I don't know. That's another nigga we might have to do one day, is Haitian Jack. That nigga name ring bells in the game. You know what I'm talking about?
War in rap history, but back in the day, they were actually tight. But after Haitian Jack and Jimmy Henchman got involved, everything changed. Pac met Henchman through Haitian Jack. Even though Pac didn't want to be managed by him, Henchman allegedly offered him $7K to hop on a track with his artist, Lil Sean.
I mean, did you guys ever have a Tupac conversation, you and Jimmy? We had a Tupac conversation.
How did that go?
It's funny, man.
I don't understand Game though. Game's a West Coast nigga. It's alleged this nigga had something to do with Pac and shit. I don't know how y'all end up being cool. But what I can say is Jimmy was a good businessman, goddammit. The nigga was good at his job. You know what I'm saying?
And I hope Jimmy don't want to head up Fade because I'm talking about this, but I feel like that's my brother. I love him to death. I really feel like in my soul of souls that he gonna get some of his time knocked off in the end, and he gonna be able to come home and continue being a father and being who he really is at heart. And I hope that happens for him. But I had because Pac was saying that, Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack set him up in New York on the elevator, got him shot.
Right.
Well, the story is that they were going to, address Pac about some shit that he was saying and shit that he was doing on record and off record in the streets. And that, they did, have what they needed to, go address the situation in case they needed to defend themselves. But Pac also had a gun on him and needed to defend himself.
He had his shirt off in the session.
It was, hey man, Pac got his thing. And then I don't know, man. I'm gonna find the clip when we do Big Stretch, man, because I don't want to keep throwing different allegations out there and stuff like that. But they were saying Pac shot himself. So I'm telling you, that's what they were saying. They said the nigga shot himself, man. I wasn't there, like I said. When we do Stretch, we're gonna piece it all together and we're gonna have our opinions like we always do, chat. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do on a Sunday night. It's conspiracy theories. Yo, shout out to John B. It's a cool ass white boy, man.
And I could see the bullet holes, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
scars. And it's intense when you see someone's bullet holes. It kind of puts it into perspective. It's not like tattoos.
Yeah.
It's like where the flesh is, you know what I mean? It's like flares out like that, like in lines. And it's like pretty intense. And he had like 6 or something like that, or whatever it was, on his chest.
Pac was fighting a sexual abuse case at the time and needed the cash, so he headed to Quad Studios in Times Square with his homie Stretch and a couple of other dudes. Puffy and Biggie were up in the studio too, but Pac didn't get the chance to link up. When he walked into the lobby, 3 dudes jumped out to rob and shoot him. After the Quad Studio shooting, Tupac accused Puffy, Biggie, Henchman, and others of being involved with setting them up. That night sparked the beef between him and Biggie, which eventually led to the war between the East and West Coast and ended with both of them being killed.
Tupac was there to get robbed. He owed Jimmy Henchman some money. He was refusing to pay Jimmy Henchman the money, so Jimmy Henchman said he could work it off by doing a song with Little Sean or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So now, check this out, brother.
But what would Pac owe Jimmy Henchman money for? This is what I don't understand when they're talking about the situation, man. That's the way. There's obviously some kind of discrepancy with money somewhere. But why would Pac owe Jimmy money and then have to work it off? That's what man, I wish you would have told us this shit, man.
Puff was there to spy on Big. You understand? What did Little C say? I didn't even know Puff was in the studio. So how they could see Little C's, they could see Tupac out the window coming in the building, but they don't know Puff is there in the studio. Did you ever think about that? Why does Puff stop by Lil C's them session? He want to catch Big writing for them. He want to catch Biggs doing songs with them.
Okay, chat. Okay, I see what you're saying. Pac just wanted a loan from Jimmy. He just wanted some money in his pockets. Now as homies, sometimes we do that, man. Hey, man, throw me a couple dollars, man. I'll get it back to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm in town, man. Throw me a couple dollars. So that makes sense. But then so for Jimmy to, man, work it out. Don't worry about it. That's some homie shit. I can see how that happens. You see what I'm saying? So now we gonna throw it in there. But why would Jimmy? This is where all this alleged shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can see now we understand where the money comes from. Now that we got that out the way, this nigga said Pac was there to get robbed. Hey man, All I do know is Jimmy name ring bells in this bitch.
So he could prove. And now he got Andre Harrell with him as a witness. Do you understand me? They go see Jimmy Henchman. What do Jimmy Henchman tell him? Andre Harrell can't stand fucking Tupac. You understand? Puff can't stand Tupac. What do you think the conversation with Jimmy Henchman and Andre Harrell and Puff in that office when they know Tupac is coming up there? What do you think the conversation is?
And yo, you know what, G, you right, you know, they're messing with his money from the Juice movies, right? And then he had a whole bunch of cases at the time too. So like he was in and out of court like a motherfucker at that time. I remember Juice time, that nigga was in and out of goddamn, man, it was a problem. And then you could. So now what Gene Deal saying, I heard before, Puffy was in the studio spying on Big and them niggas. You see what I'm saying? So Junior Mafia and them niggas didn't even know Puffy was in the building. Now, if Jimmy got a problem with Pac on some money, Puffy got a problem with Pac on some money, it can easily turn left now. It can easily turn left. You know what I'm saying? It can easily turn left.
Hold that thought. I'm about to straighten this little nigga out. He gonna stop talking reckless to me. I got somebody that's gonna tighten his ass up. What they didn't know was, in tightening Pac up, if you come to bring some, you gonna get some.
Pac aired Henchman out on the track Against All Odds and said, "Promise to pay back Jimmy Henchman in due time. I know you is listening, the world is mine. Set me up."
You know, as a young little nigga, that line went over my head, man. It went over my head. You know what I'm saying? Promise to pay back Jimmy Henchman in due time. So yeah, he's talking, yeah, man, you lend me a couple dollars, so what? You know what I'm saying? I'll get you back your money, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a different times. Rappers probably didn't make as much money as rappers do nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a different times, and that nigga was in and out of jail all the goddamn time. So now there's the motive as to why we can see why Jimmy would try to set up the nigga. Because and all of my time before, I didn't understand what's the motive. Why would Jimmy set the nigga up? Nah, it makes sense.
Wet me up, stuck me up. Heard the guns bust, but your tricks never shut me up. Henchman always denied being involved, but in 2011, his homie Dexter Isaac claimed that Jimmy paid him to rob Tupac. Isaac had known Henchman since they were teenagers, and right now, he's serving a life sentence for other crimes. According to him, Henchman gave him $2,500 to rob Tupac and let him keep all the jewelry they snatched except one ring, which Henchman wanted to keep for himself. He also said that Stretch helped them and that Henchman gave Stretch a quarter brick of cocaine to line his homie up. Stretch ended up getting murdered.
We gonna do Stretch one of them days, bro. Cause when I heard Stretch had a piece of the pie in the setup, I didn't believe that shit. Man, Stretch was Pac's homie. But then, on the same record, he said, yo, he threw Stretch under the bus too. Then there's the audio where Stretch said, no, fuck Tupac. That nigga shot himself. That shit's wild. Yo, we gonna end up doing Stretch one of them days, man. I'm telling y'all, man.
A year later, and Pac sent shots at him on Against All Odds.
And then Stretch gets murdered a year later after Tupac, not on the exact same day. On the exact same goddamn day. Man, we gonna get to Stretch one of them days, man.
With the line, and that nigga that was down for me, resting dead. Switch sides, guess his new friends wanted him dead.
I remember the first time I went to your office, there was a big framed picture, photograph on one of your walls, and it had Tupac on it wearing a Henchman Entertainment t-shirt. Now, a few years ago, there was a guy named Dexter Isaac that came forward who claimed that you were connected to the Tupac shooting. Do you have anything to say about that?
No, 100%. I've never ducked from answering any Tupac questions, which I could understand if I don't know how Quad Studio morphed into, like I was in Vegas and was part of the shooters that that actually ended in his demise. And let me say, me and Tupac were friends. And me and him were friends. I had nothing against Tupac. I liked him. He was younger than me. I'm sure that he looked up to me.
I don't mean to cut the man in his talk, but if somebody asked me that question, the first thing I'd be like, no, and then explain the shit. I wouldn't just started with the babbling. I don't know. He didn't really convince me with the answer, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat, what you think, because he didn't really convince me with his answer. I'm not gonna lie.
Many moments that me and Pac had that were very intimate, where he's talked to me about things that he was afraid of, or things that he loved to do, and all of those kind of things. Here it is, you have a prosecutor, and you have a guy who's in jail for life. When they pulled Dexter down to interview him in regards to what he knew about me and Tupac and so on and so forth, I have no doubt at this point that Dexter probably was the guy or one of the assailants on Tupac. But Dexter's story just doesn't make sense.
Henchman still denied everything after Isaac.
Jaloso, Chico Black, salute to my partner player, not talking about, salute to you this evening, partner, you know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody in Miami, man. Shout out to everybody in Florida, man. You know what I'm talking about? We getting some Jimmy Henchman, man. And 50% of the poll saying Jimmy's biggest downfall was the 50 Cent beef. And we about to get into the 50 Cent beef. That shit was, if this was something, yo, the 50 shit, oh my God. Yeah, but yo, the homie here, I kind of believe the homie, man. I kind of believe the homie. He said, man, Jimmy paid me to do the hit. And Jimmy didn't really answer the question. You know what I'm saying? What he say? This dude, Tupac, so dirty. I mean, tried to kill Tupac like 3 times in New York. Don't let this man lie to the world. Jimmy is by far where, like, a lot of the fingerprints is pointing at you, bro. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the fingerprints. And now the lyrics make more sense. You get what I'm saying? That's why we got the realest chat in the goddamn game, man. We got the realest chat in the game, man.
He told his side of the story, but then he allegedly admitted to being involved while he was confessing in an unrelated drug case. Jimmy was never charged with the Quad Studios shooting, but later he ended up in the middle of an even crazier beef.
Dexter tells a story that I wanted a ring for my fiance, and so I tell him to get the diamond ring from Tupac so I can give it to my fiance, and so on and so forth. He tells this magical story. The only person that can believe such a story is Todd Kaminsky, who was the prosecutor who was trying to make something out of nothing. Dexter tried to sell a bill of goods to Todd Kaminsky, and they had no verification. But, you know, I don't know why people gravitate to Dexter's story. Why is that the only plausible story? Because Tupac wasn't alone that night. He was with other people that night. So I don't know how Dexter, who comes out of nowhere, and he gives this fabulous story about, you know, I'm not even sure what he pretty much says, but I know he says that I hired him to do it. Total nonsense, man.
When Henchman went to war against...
Now, chat, the man said he had nothing to do with it, chat. Don't shoot the messenger. The man said, hey, wait, man, I don't know what the fuck Dexter talking about. Dexter talking some bullshit. Yo, and I gotta believe some of what Dexter is saying, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's motive. We've already established there's motive. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, yo, when Stretch came out, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at Stretch differently. When I heard the audio, the way Stretch was talking, I said, it's quite possible Stretch had a piece of setting you up. Stretch might have had a piece in setting you up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Now, before we go on to the 50 Cent segment of the show, what we saying here? Listen, everyone afraid of this man. But Pac took him head on like 50 Cent. But Pac was always looking over his back because he knew that this man wanted him dead. Facts. Jimmy was the boogeyman in the goddamn in the industry, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy was the boogeyman. niggas. Jimmy was like a Suge on the East Coast. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Jimmy was ruthless. Now y'all ready for a story, man? Y'all ready for an exclusive, man? That nigga had beef for 50 Cent. Y'all niggas know 50 Cent don't play that shit.
50 Cent and G-Unit, there were shootings, assaults, and a brutal murder that led to him getting his second life sentence. In the early 2000s, Henchman was managing the Game. Game had been signed by Dr. Dre, who linked up with 50 Cent, and back then, it looked like they were gonna take over the whole game together. But
who wanted to be like Chris Lighty? Jimmy Henchman.
Yeah.
What did Jimmy Henchman do? Move on the same block as Chris Lighty? Who did Chris Lighty have? LL, Diddy, Free, 50, Buster. He ran the tunnel at 18. Who did Henchman want to be? Chris Lighty. Who was we down with? Chris Lighty. Beef is inherited. Stop playing.
50 Cent the rapper, he'll be known.
Yo, the fucking G. Shout out Tony Yayo, my nigga. Take on yo the goddamn G, bro. Yo, beef inherited.
As 50 Cent the rapper, and 50 Cent the street legend will be known as 50 Cent the street legend. There's no comparison. To me, that's a great honor to know that I knew that person who influenced that. I'm not living the fantasy of the music business.
Well, don't give me no pass, man. I don't deserve passes. I'm a f***ed up. Okay? You should do something to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because send mixed messages. You know? But now that I got...
Now hold it right there. Hold on. We got what we say in the chat. Nah, he was worse than Suge Knight. He was scarier and spookier than Suge Knight, and even Suge was afraid of that man. Hey, yo, let me tell y'all, man. Jimmy was a different kind of guy, man. Jimmy was a different kind of guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was coming up, at my time period, coming up, Suge was the most, was like the guy. But Jimmy, low-key, was kind of like, yo, he didn't want to step on his toes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he didn't have as much popularity as a executive. While we didn't hear as much about Jimmy as we did like the Shugs and the fucking Puffies of the world. You see what I'm saying? But in the streets, yo, Jimmy, goddamn. What we say, Lady T? It's salute to you, Lady T. Salute to you this evening. Shout out to everybody in Ontario. You know what I'm talking about? I always said, you got to keep your circle small. If his friend was a part of the setup, prove there was always a snake in the grass. You better watch your steps. Yeah, 100%, man. If Stretch really had a part to do with that, man, the circle wasn't as tight as we thought it was. You get what I'm saying? And I think 50 Cent did a really good job of standing up to this guy. But the beef did get really wild. I'm talking, yo, the man doing a double life sentence for a homicide due to this beef. You know what I'm saying?
Got your address. If we go there, we'll be on your doorstep.
both of them were at the height of their careers, and the collab seemed like a huge win, but it didn't take long for everything to fall apart. According to Henchman, 50 was mad that the Game was popping off so much as a solo artist, and when Game wouldn't hop into all of 50's beef with other rappers, 50 cut him out of G-Unit and sparked their legendary beef. Most rap fans know all about how the Game and 50 ended up getting into a shootout in New York, but there was something even crazier going on at the same time that a lot of people have no clue about.
But I ain't no motherfucking punk, and I ain't nobody's soldier, and I don't follow suit like J.O. and Space. I'm a real, and that's why they kicked me out the group, and I still don't give a to be mad at me, man. I'm a real, and I'm always gonna be the real. Documentary in stores, 4 times platinum worldwide. Y'all heard me do it. So make some...
Hey, man. Hey, that's Jimmy, man. See, that's why
out there and say, G-Unit. You know? Well, Jimmy, why you don't tell him how you gonna pay his bills now?
2007, 50's homie Tony
Yo,
Yayo.
Jimmy, why don't you tell him why you can't pay your bills now? I say, yo, 50 is a different nigga. I say, yo, I haven't seen 50 lose a battle. In the history of this game right here, I have not seen 50 lose a battle. If he has, please let me know in the chat where I'm wrong. But I haven't seen 50 lose a battle, man.
And another rapper named Lodi Mack ran into Jimmy Henchman's 14-year-old son, Lil Henchman, on the street. According to rumors, Lil Henchman was wearing a G-Unit shirt, so Lodi and Yayo pressed him over it. They pushed him up against the wall, and Yayo allegedly started slapping him. Then, Lodi Mack took it a step further and pistol whipped the kid. Yayo and Lodi were both booked on assault charges, but Yayo's case was eventually dismissed. But before he even went to court, Yayo's mother's house was shot up, and pretty much everyone believes Henchman was behind it. Yayo talks about it on the track Straight Outta Southside and said, "Yeah, y'all motherfuckers shot my mama crib up. My sister, my niece in there. I'm getting y'all hit for $500. I'ma be in London, motherfucker." Lodi Mack pleaded guilty to aggravated assault over the Lil Henchman case and was sentenced to a couple of years in prison. But while he was behind bars, the beef in the street.
Well, why would you rob Little Henchman, Lodi? Come on, Lodi. Why would you rob Little Henchman, man? And don't you know that's gonna come with consequences, repercussions? Then them shot up what the name? Yayo mama house. That shit got real personal, man. That shit got real. No, 50 Cent is the king of trolling, man. He's the king of trolling, man. You know what I'm saying? What you say he tried to do 50, but Jimmy was a terror. No, Jimmy was a bad guy. By terms of this rap game, Jimmy was a bad guy, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know about Jimmy, now you know.
Just heating up. The same year that Yayo and Lodi Mack put hands on his kid, Jimmy Henchman tried to take 50 and Yayo out while they were filming a music video.
Because your man did a year and then got killed when he came out.
Yeah, the actual hitman it's all documented. Like, you can look it up, so I don't want to seem like I'm dry snitching. It's like, if you read Jimmy Henchman case, all this is documented. But the hitman was actually in jail with my friend. So he befriended him in jail. And then when he got home, that's the same hitman that was his friend in jail. It was the actual hitman. All the dudes
how fucked up is that?
I mean, it just tells you, anybody can do anything for the money. You know what I'm saying? I had money on my head plenty of times. Like, I was locked up on the island, I heard money.
Yo, hold on. The man put his hands on his son, did the time, came out, they executed the plan. Holy shit. Hey, Jimmy don't play, man. Jimmy do not play, man.
Money on my head. I had so-called money on my head in the street. You know what I'm saying? 50 so-called had money on his head. Everybody is just a part of, fucking with 50 Cent and being a part of G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You live and you learn. That's why when I see these rap beefs, I know how serious it can get.
50 was filming the video for his collab track with Akon, I'll Still Kill, when Henchman and his goons rolled up with silenced guns. But before they could hop out and start shooting, one of the guns went off in the whip and they ended up just leaving the scene.
It was the filming of the 50 Cent and Akon I'll Still Kill video.
Oh. On the paperwork, and Henchman and them were supposed to come through, and I guess they gun jammed, but we had guard on that side, and they backed out on the hit, but we had straps too, and that really was really it.
You said they had silencers?
Yeah.
And this was part of the actual report that came out?
Yeah.
If Henchman's people started letting off shots, it would have turned into a full-on shootout because everyone in the G-Unit crew was strapped too.
Now, you brought up Jimmy Henchman. Yeah. Going through a tough time is the understatement. That's about as much as I could muster up to say about it.
No matter how you look at it. Look, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. I don't like Supreme. I don't like Eminem. But he lived the way he actually projected himself. His lifestyle is consistent.
He was true to it.
He never ratted on nobody. Just like that. You see what I'm saying? And Jimmy's a different kind of guy. He told everybody. He solved the last 10 years of criminal activity in New York City in 10 minutes. The DA said, hold on, chill out, stop, boy, you're going to make it like that don't even work.
The DA asked them to stop. Stop, man. You're gonna make like we're not even working here.
But luckily, nobody died that day because someone with Henchman didn't know how to handle their gun. There's also rumors that Henchman had 50's house burned down, but there's no evidence to back it up. But what we do know is that when Lodi Mack was released in 2009, he was murdered in the middle of the street just 2 weeks later. Everyone connected Henchman to the murder.
Listen, that Lodi Mack hit, I have to say alleged, but it sounds like to me, Jimmy had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you touched my little brother, man. 2 weeks after you came out, you got, you know what I'm saying? Sound like it was Jimmy to me. But yo, bro, they shot up the Yayo Mama house and the man. Rap beef those times was real. See, these niggas nowadays, they're just on social media going back and forth. I think it's better that way. It's more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Until back in them times, niggas was losing their life over this shit, man. Niggas was losing their life over rap beef. You know what I'm saying?
Murder immediately, but it took years before he was officially charged. While the cops were working on the Lodi Mack case, Henchman ended up going down on a totally different charge. In 2010, he was booked on cocaine trafficking, money laundering, and witness tampering. According to the prosecution, Henchman was running a massive drug ring that operated from the east to west coast and was bringing him in over $11 million per year.
Apologize. I want to apologize.
Yo, the chat's blowing up. Jimmy was a real OG, man. 11, what he said, $11 million narcotics enterprise. On top of the fact that you're running loose in the music industry. You're an executive doing dirt in the game. Man, now this is Jimmy, but this is Jimmy behind bars. 2 life sentences, bro. Oh my God. That nigga's never seen the light of day, man. Never.
To the massive for letting these sucker ass catch me out there like that. I talk about suckers, I'm talking about those who perpetrated to be either my friend, who were wearing wiretaps, who got on the stand and lied, man. I want to apologize to those that I let down for letting some suckers play me. And I just want you to know, man, that I didn't know. I just didn't know that these dudes was that jealous. That jealousy.
I'm not gonna lie, you know. Chico, I'm not gonna lie, man. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. He's a dangerous nigga. He don't look dangerous though. When I see him, this nigga, yo, man, this nigga, everybody shook. Holy fuck, nigga.
Would allow them or make them do the things that they did. And it's almost like a sucker killed me, man. It's like I let a sucker come down on me, man, and beat me up and kill me, man. And this is the same feeling. It's almost like it's parallel together. And so I want to apologize to all those who have lost their life, dedicated their life to the game. I want to apologize to you for what I allowed to happen to me. I am very sorry. Trust you me.
Brian McLeod to kill Llewellyn Fletcher. You know, one of the things that I did ask Brian McLeod to do was I asked him to bring Fletcher or Yayo to me. Oh, God. So took it upon himself and he killed Llewellyn Fletcher.
Henchman and his crew would ship drugs from LA to New York, then ship cash back to LA from New York after it was sold. They didn't have to use their own vehicles to move weight either. Instead, they covered everything.
What do you think, Chico? The real 50 Cent was a short terror in New York. He robbed LL Cool J and a lot of New York rappers, even Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One. I mean, the real 50 Cent. Jimmy, the reason why that is because, that's okay. So, the real 50 Cent, we might have to get into that one day too. We might have to get into that one day. You know what I'm saying? Because on all accounts, the brother wasn't nothing to play with neither. A lot of East Coast niggas, we might be having, you know what I'm saying, as we go on with the series, you know what I'm saying, as I'm listening to chat, you know, I'm listening to the names y'all throwing out there, man, we gonna have some good conversations. What do you say? Jimmy is the reason why they dead. Yeah, I didn't understand what Jimmy was talking about. Jimmy acting like like he's the victim. What the fuck he was talking about?
Everything in mustard to throw off drug dogs and shipped it through FedEx and UPS. Jimmy was handed down a life sentence, and the judge said his crimes were astonishing in their breadth, duration, and intensity. While he was locked up on the drug charges, Henchman was charged for the death of Lodi Mack in 2012. His own shooters flipped on him, and there were over 35 witnesses in the trial. And in 2014, he was found guilty and got hit with another life sentence. Part of the reason why Henchman went down is because his own people turned on him. But according to rumors, he was an informant too and helped the feds put other dealers behind bars. Henchman and his lawyer have called cap on the story, but 50 Cent says the same thing. Most rap fans know that a drug dealer in Queens, known as Kenneth Supreme McGriff, is the dude who allegedly had 50 shot 9 times back in the day. McGriff is also serving a life sentence on a murder for hire case right now, and obviously, him and 50 aren't friends. But even though Supreme tried to have him killed, 50 gives him more credit than Henchman, because according to him, Supreme stayed down with the streets and never snitched.
I don't like Supreme. I don't like priming him, but he lived the way he actually projected himself. His lifestyle is consistent.
He was true to it.
He never ratted on nobody.
But Henchman told on everyone.
And Jimmy's a different kind of guy. He told on everybody. He solved the last 10 years of criminal activity in New York City in 10 minutes.
Henchman has been behind bars for over a...
Now, you want to talk about a name? Supreme? We might have to get into Supreme one of them days, bro. Supreme was a name. Some street legends was called today. You know what I'm saying? It brings us to the end of our segment, though. Jimmy Henchman, bro. What a name in hip-hop history. Unfortunately, the brother will never see the light of day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which way to put it, but I can say the man had a lot of influence. He did a lot of great things if he would have, you know what I'm saying, put his energy in different places. You know what I'm saying? For all now that we know what you did to Lodi, it's not too far-fetched to think that you, and we know what you did to Tony Yayo in the mama house. It ain't too far-fetched to think. You know what I'm saying? You paid stretching them niggas in the quiet studio should happen. So we called some names today, and I'm going to think about which name is going to be the next Fleetwood story, but we done got some names. What we say before we close it out, Chico? We say Jimmy was a bigger snitch than the gangster 50 Cent is right. Jimmy, as soon as he got caught, he snitched in less than 10 minutes. Yo, Jimmy was talking like a bird, man. But then guess what? He did all that talking like a bird, and it didn't get him nowhere. You're still sitting behind bars doing double life. You should just keep your mouth shut and have the respect if that's the case. And you only tell if something's gonna benefit you. You're never gonna come out anyway, unless you're beating death row. Oh, shit. But that brings us to the end of the segment, man. We're going to be back at it Wednesday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, roll call. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to have videos popping up in between that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chop up this video and put it out on Thursday like we always do so we can watch it back without all the commentary and watch it back like it's a video. You know what I'm talking about? It's time of the segment where I shout out everybody that popped in. Who popped in today, man? The homie Kenneth pop in, man. Kenneth, salute to you, player partner, my partner player. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? We say number love, blessings, and prayer. You know what I'm talking about? I hope your family's good, your health is straight, and your finances even better. You know what I'm talking about, player? Jaloso Nation, my player partner, my partner player. Chico Black, y'all got to go ahead and follow his channel, man. You know what I'm talking about? Got the exclusive in entertainment and got the exclusive in basketball and sports. You know what I'm saying? Some real raw reaction, no hope bar. I'm going to tell the truth type shit. You feel me? And Lady T, My day one's in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in Ontario. I know it's a hell of a snowy day, but you know how the game goes. We looking forward to the spring, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Spring can't come any more quicker than it's taken already. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to be back at it Wednesday morning, man. I appreciate y'all. All y'all that's been tuning in, watching the video, the viewership's up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button one time for a player partner, become a newscast liker to the channel, and smash up the like for a player partner. And as always, play on, player, play on.